literally. And it only took a few hundred years after his witness and his testimony for the world to really feel the effects of the advancement of the gospel. But this is how the gospel advances in every culture, because Paul was not welcomed in Thessaloniki for very long because he was turning the world upside down. They wanted to get rid of him, so they kind of gather a mob together and they start making accusations. They go to Jason's house where he was staying, and he's not there. The brothers of the church had already sent him on and said, "You got to get out of here." And I think about Paul, and I think about how almost everywhere he went, he faced some level of persecution. And I don't know if you guys ever really stop and think about that. The level of perseverance that he has, knowing that every community that he would walk into, that he would step into, sure, there were going to be people that would come to Christ. And I know that that drove him. That was his gospel mission. That was his calling in life. And that overrode everything. But he also knew that there was a very real possibility that he would be persecuted, that he would be beaten, that he could be killed or martyred, or that at least he would, and he greatly, man, I'm going to get emotional. He greatly impacted my life and ministry, and he invested in me, and he later in his life developed a passion for this region, for these people. And so he was doing a lot of like mission work on behalf of the Macedonian people, trying to raise funds. And so I thought that this would be a perfect opportunity in some ways for me to personally honor him. And this is a chance for Becky to get to see what her dad had given his heart to about a year before he passed away. And then he was diagnosed with cancer and never got to realize the dream that God had placed in his heart. He had just really started stepping into that. And so this is a real ministry, dream for me to be able to stand here in this place and to speak to you guys. So hopefully it'll encourage you. In Acts chapter 16, we're talking about Berea. We're talking about this community here that 2,000 years ago in the footsteps of Paul really was a safe haven for him. It was almost like a sanctuary city